The golden age of network radio on Here's to Veterans.
Here's to Veterans from the Contented Hour, featuring the exciting music of Percy Faith and the popular songs of Buddy Clark. Brought to you transcribed by the top flight talent of radio in cooperation with the Veterans Administration.
Here's to Veterans, a salute from this radio station to former servicemen and women, produced by the Veterans Administration. Performances by top stars in the early days of network radio launched Here's to Veterans on its long public service career. Commenting on this special series of these vintage shows, John Hickman.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Here's to Veterans. The spotlight on today's program falls on a singer named Buddy Clark and a program entitled The Contented Hour. Born in the West End of Boston, Buddy Clark began his career performing in local amateur shows, and by 1934, he was on his way to New York City to sing with Benny Goodman on the famous Let's Dance radio series. It was in New York where Buddy joined the staff of the Columbia Broadcasting System. 3 years with Your Hit Parade, 3 more with Wayne King's orchestra, and long engagements on other programs followed immediately. World War II erupted, and Buddy Clark did a stint with Uncle Sam. But upon his return, he began recording for Columbia Records and started a long series of broadcasts on the Contented Hour, which we're featuring on this Here's to Veterans nostalgic look into the past. By the way, today's program is complete. Why, even the announcements for the VA are just as they were in 1947. And in this case, advice that's nearly 27 years old still holds true today. I'm sure some fond recollections will return as we visit with Buddy Clark, Percy Faith's orchestra, and the Carnation Contented Hour.
Welcome to your Contented Hour's Here's to Veterans Tribute. Ever since the silent pictures gave way to the sound variety, the movies have been a gold mine of good music. Well, Percy Faith has been doing a little prospecting in this rich vein, and tonight he comes forth with a memorable melody for the Contented Hour Orchestra. It's pleasantly on the sultry side, and it's called Temptation.
Disabled veterans who sacrificed much in the war can never be repaid for those sacrifices. All they ask, all that America can truly give them, is the chance to help themselves to achieve complete readjustment in their home communities. In assisting disabled veterans to reach this goal, the work of the Veterans Administration begins in its hospitals. Medical care is the initial stage of a unified VA program designed to lead directly to a steady job and economic security in the community where the veteran makes his home. In helping disabled veterans to reach this goal, we are adding stability and strength to our country, which benefits directly from the productive work of every one of its citizens. A little later, Buddy Clark will tell you how the Veterans Administration follows through on the readjustment of disabled veterans.
Well, lads, we've heard Percy Faith at his very best, which is indeed plenty of music. Now ex-Sergeant Clark will pick up the ball and try a bit of Broken Field, straight through a couple of choruses of a very tuneful ballad called It Was So Beautiful and You Were Mine. It was so beautiful, so wonderful, so gorgeous, so divine, and you were mine, and you were mine. It was so beautiful, so wonderful, the stars above us shone. We were alone, we were alone. The time was right, the moon was low. I held you tight. How could I let you go? It was so beautiful, so wonderful, so gorgeous, so divine. And you were mine, and you were mine. Nighttime found us, happiness around us. Church bells ringing, day is done. They'll be ringing when we're one. Evening's blessing, you and I caressing. Music, moonlight, melody, only there for you and me. It was so beautiful, so wonderful, so gorgeous, so divine. And you were mine, and you were mine. It was so beautiful, so marvelous, the stars above us shone. We were alone, we were alone. The time was right, the moon was low. I held you tight, how could I let you go? It was so beautiful, so wonderful, so gorgeous, so divine. And you were mine, and you were mine. A while ago, Nelson Case told you veterans about the unified program of the Veterans Administration to assist in the readjustment of disabled veterans. Well, as part of his medical treatment, the patient in a VA hospital benefits from medical rehabilitation. Technicians in various kinds of therapy, and that means healing, work hand in hand with doctors to build up the patient physically and mentally to make him want to get well. Education is another part of the process. Result, when a veteran leaves the hospital, he has already begun to prepare himself for work which he is best fitted for. Further training completes the program that leads from a hospital bed to a job. Incidentally, recent federal surveys have shown that physically handicapped veterans turn in excellent work on the job. And so, Mr. Employer, if you need dependable workers, why not call up your local United States Employment Service office and hire a handicapped veteran? You'll be doing yourself and your business a favor. It's ability and not disability that counts. perfect mixture of Percy Faith, Cole Porter, and yours truly. One of Porter's very best tunes. It was just one of those things. It was just one of those things. Just one of those crazy flings. One of those bells that now and then ring. Just one of those things. It was just one of those nights. Just one of those fabulous nights. A trip to the moon on gossamer wings. Just one of those things. If we thought of it, of the end of it, when we started painting the town, we'd have been aware that our love affair was too hot not to cool down. So goodbye, dear, and amen. Here's hoping we meet now and then. It was great fun, but it was just one of those things.
This is John Hickman inviting you to join me again soon for another glance at those great Here's to Veteran shows of the 1940s. Until then, so long and thanks for listening.
Contented, I'm singing for I'm contented.
A return to the golden age of network radio on Here's to Veterans, produced by the Veterans Administration. This radio station has contributed broadcast time to this program in the public interest and joins me in saying, Here's to Veterans.